Hey guys, it's Josh. Welcome back to Cross Zone. So today I'm going to cover a subject that I haven't yet come anywhere near because it really has nothing to do with sports, but it does have something to do with the faith. And that's the subject of Christian versus secular music. So I'm trying to answer questions here like, should Christians listen to only Christian music, music that's labeled Christian? Should Christians listen to secular music, or should they shun secular music? The argument against secular music, from most Christian standpoints, is that it tends to encourage a lot of things that, for the most part, churches preach against. Premarital sexual relations, for example, partying, drinking, alcohol, fist fights, this and that, right? Like, there's songs that get you geared up to go to the bar and get into a fight and all this sort of stuff. So for a lot of those reasons, Christians have a lot of Christians just sort of shun secular music, and some Christians even take it as far as to say that the beat in the music itself is evil before you even get to the lyrics. Now, that's just superstitious nonsense. Satan doesn't own a particular beat or a particular style of music. So it's just superstitious nonsense. But some Christians have taken it to that point. Me personally, I went through a phase where I listened to like pretty much only Christian music, but it didn't last long. I ended up going back to largely secular or unreligious music. And the reason for that is because secular music is just better than Christian music in every way, shape, or form most of the time. Christian music tends to be very copycatty, but it doesn't have the same soul. Like, there's Christian versions of every genre. There's Christian rock and Christian rap and this and that. But the majority of Christian rap is really just musical notes thrown together without any true spirit or soul or emotion behind it. And you can tell in the music, you can tell that it's just missing something. And what it's missing is that soul. And plus, for the most part, all Christian musicians ever sing about is Jesus himself, which just becomes very redundant. Like, I love Jesus, but that doesn't mean every song I listen to has to be about him over and over again. There's other aspects to my character than just worshiping Jesus himself. And so I relate to secular music more because secular music has songs for every aspect of my personality and my thought process and my moral code and so on. Every mood. The majority of Christian music, and the thing is, Christian music is very sort of disingenuous anyway. I know in the Christian rock world, they copy secular bands, and they openly admit this. I remember in like 2007, 2008, someone gave me like this chart sheet of Christian rock musicians that were popular at the time. And this chart sheet was supposed to be an advertisement to Christian parents. And the chart sheet, what it did was it blatantly admitted that Christians steal from secular artists, but the way it did it is just, they had this table on this chart sheet, right? And in these graphs, you would have like the secular band. The Christian music scene was trying to tell the parents that for every secular band that your kid might like, there's a Christian band that sounds just like them. So try to get them to listen to this Christian band. Does your kid like My Chemical Romance? Try My Christian Romance. And there was like 100 different bands. Like for every popular band at the time, Metallica, Guns N' Roses, whatever, there was a Christian band that was an absolute rip-off, copycat, knockoff of all those bands, every single one of them. Like, the Christian music industry just studies bands, and then they get bands to sound just like, then they get Christian bands to sound just like their secular counterparts, except with lyrics about Jesus. So it's just an awful music genre all the way around. It's dishonest, it's disingenuous, and again, it's missing soul, so it kind of sounds like crap anyway. There's bad influences for Christians in secular music, but like once you've reached the age of like 16, you're kind of old enough to filter out what you don't need and keep what you do need when you're listening to a secular song. Just like when you're watching a movie, right? And you're watching like an action movie, and maybe the star of the action movie kills like 10 guys. Well, I mean, you filter that out. You're not going to go out and kill 10 guys, right? It's entertainment. So I believe personally that Christians can listen to all the secular music that they want. Doesn't really matter. They're going to get a better experience soulfully out of secular music anyway, because most secular artists write from a place of something they're really feeling at the time, whether that's a party mood, whether that's depression or something, because their girlfriend broke up with them, whatever it is. Their music comes a lot more from their souls, their actual souls, and what they're really feeling than what a Christian musician has most of the time. Now, there's exceptions to this. Switchfoot is really good as a Christian band. And John Foreman, it has some real soul to him. There's This Beautiful Republic. There's some others. But in my personal opinion, listen to all the secular music you want. Christian music is largely garbage, excepting a handful of bands. And you're not really going to get anything out of Christian music except for redundancy and repetitiveness and just really bad music. All right, guys, that's it.